Hello, viewers. I'm SB, and welcome back to Ultros, where we are in a very different place than we were at the end of the last episode, for a very good reason. I remembered that there was definitely a destructible wall down here that I had dropped a plant that had grown through, so I came down here to check, and it does indeed seem to be the case that if a plant is in the place that the destructible wall is supposed to respawn, then the wall doesn't respawn. So the way that you're supposed to get over to this door doesn't have anything to do with connecting up these stasis pods. It's just about leaving enough plants to leave a set of open doors. It's about opening up all the walls and then using plant life to make sure they stay open so you can just casually walk over here. So that's a very solvable problem. I'm not going to stress about it right now. Now that we know what needs to be done, we can just do that before we end the cycle, and there shouldn't be any more accidental cycle ends because we know where we have to go to end the cycle, and we have the ability to just teleport all around the ship, so it's not like we have to pass through the room if we don't want to. So with that in mind, let's solve this problem, which it looks like we're going to solve from over here probably, so let's warp to that. Dude down there needs to calm down. He hasn't been fed this cycle. I guess that's what's going on with him. I get it. I understand where that comes from. Right? So here, or is this the entrance? Well, in either case, this is the warp destination. I had to say, I did not really understand why the game's controls were bound the way they were at first, but once you get the extractor, the sort of like one hand is for moving the character and the other hand is for controlling the extractor, gameplay does start to make more sense. So this is a thruster situation, and we don't go up very far inside of the stuff. Oh, we can dip back in for a recharge. Hold on, have we been in here before? Yes, okay. I have been in here plenty. There's a bunch of Ubarba, but none of it's doing anything that seems particularly valuable. I wonder if we should go get that compost. How much compost do I have on me? Nah, we have 3. We're probably okay without it. Okay, so that hard wall's up there. Yeah, I guess there's not really any value in being here. Okay, well, you can't get past that. You have a very limited ability to go upward inside of there. And so my hope was that I would be able to, you know what? I'm going to run this connection over to that node that's at the edge of the secret entrance. At least if I can. I don't know if we'll actually be able to get it that far. Oh, it broke just before. That feels doable. It feels like I could probably manage that. Yeah. You can usually go up somewhat. It's just at the top, I guess the flow gets even heavier. There we go. I don't know what the value of that is, but it feels like, that's there for a reason, probably. And that is not something that I accidentally manifested via a root system. That actually is a naturally occurring bud. Okay, so we just go up this way more. We can probably... I mean, there's no reason not to grab the compost that is available on the way over. So there's a planting spot right here. Ow. It's been a while since we've seen one of these. Okay. There's another one up here somewhere, right? Oh, that's problematic. Looks like I can go. Nope, maybe I can't go around it. Yeah, no, that doesn't that doesn't work at all. Where is the compost exactly relative to me? I think it's above the root. So we want to hit the wall like a little higher. Oh, except the wall is not where it appears to be. Oh, I severed that root, whatever that was. Oh, I guess that was the respawn tunnel for this guy. That's probably fine. We probably don't need that. So it's obviously pretty easy to like drop an Aurum thing there and then get the network growing up through this area. And I think I did have it happening at one point. All right, you know what? You're getting fed. Let's say they love cacomins. Here. Usually they like cacomins. Are you going to eat that or? Yeah, okay, cool. Same team, you big nerd. Oh, don't stop wall jumping. There we go. Definitely extremely clean and normal way of covering this distance, for sure what they intended. The timing on the wall jump is it's not the most precise wall jump timing in the world. I'm making it look much more difficult than it is. The problem is I keep pressing the direction for the next jump too early, and so I'm not getting the latch onto the wall properly. It's a rhythm. You gotta do it rhythmically. It's a rhythmic problem with a rhythmic solution. Okay, so clearly, yeah, we've been up here. We don't know really what's beyond this room, though, so this is where we're at. It seems quite obvious to me that I grew this as a hopeful way of disabling the blades, and clearly that doesn't work. Maybe they can be turned off somewhere. Oh, oh, wait, do I make it up? Boy, this is annoying. What's going on? Where am I? Okay. Yeah, the way that it decides sometimes that you're in between spaces and has you load back and forth really sucks. Okay, so there's a little bit more. I mean, it does look like there's just a mycelium up there and maybe nothing else. There's an Obarba, though, so we could definitely... Oh, it won't, it just won't connect. Okay. You go through the wall. I'm saying we could, like, throw a staccati over there or something and destroy that gear wall, probably, but we could also do that from above. I wonder if this is the way you're supposed to get in, actually. I'm going to do the same thing over here. I want to see if this chamber is normally accessible. I can't see high enough into the wall to be able to tell. All right, connect as high as possible so that we can dig as far up as we want. I had to tighten up the angle a little bit. I think I'm digging too deep into the wall too. I wanna stay closer to. There we go. This is a little bit better. Oh, it doesn't. Okay, it just retracts the thing automatically for me. Yeah, well, it seems like this is not the right area then. So making friends with that little dude may have had limited utility. Okay, let me try approaching it from... Did I go the wrong way? I sure did. Let me try warping up to there and approaching it from the area that we were just in. The Pantheon of the Stars. Yes, I guess this is the best we're gonna do. This room has become very familiar. You know, I guess I hadn't really thought about it until just there, because we used to have a Sprogan there. But I bet if you did leave a Sprogan in place, you could still smash rocks by running at them really fast, off of all that Sprogan speed. Shit. I wasn't expecting it to have a shield that damages me instantly and forces me back. Like, I saw the shield, but I just figured that meant I couldn't hit it. I was going to try to dash through it when it attacked. Wait to let this turn all the way back over here. It's my fault. I tried to go before it was a good time to go. Wait, what is over here? Okay, extra seeds. It's never a bad thing. So I definitely, I remember climbing partway up this area, and then while I was laying out all the networks, and then stopping because it seemed like I was leaving the Pantheon. But yeah, it looks like at the top of the next room there's an area that I did not really explore at all. So I see the place to plant the growing thing, but I wonder if it will be necessary. That's handy. Okay, that's a very aggressive jump. The answer is no, it is absolutely not necessary. Save your seeds. That looks like it should be pretty crossable. Maybe I shouldn't have tried. Are we okay here? We should be okay here. Turn it. Get out of there. Get out of there. Ah. Why did he stand back up? Okay. This is not terribly difficult. What's up here? Nothing. Weird. Okay. I do feel like for the most part, this game is very generous with the stealth stuff. So I think I'd rather make the jump from here, yeah. That energy shield is going to be a problem. Will it go away if I feed you? Cool. Shit. So that thing is just going to stand at the edge of the platform and make my life impossible. Oh, you know what? We could probably feed it with the digging tool, actually. Yeah, let's try that. So we'll do this. We'll send this through here. And we'll just be like, pop. Right? Tasty food. It doesn't actually care for that. Oh, you like animal parts, right? How about this? Yeah, that worked. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Oh. Oh, also there was this as a method. Well, making friends is good anyway. Okay, just a drop down. I am curious about what is up and to the left. Okay, kind of what I thought. Oh, it's the compost map. Never mind. That's actually great. That's a great thing to find. Would have been really nice to have earlier. I was thinking it sure looked like the kind of place they put a mycelium. Although there can't be that many more mycelia, actually. Because we're rapidly running out of spaces where we would need them. So right here, I'm directly above the area that we know of. Oh, okay. I'm not going to be able to climb back up. Well, I sure did press a button on a machine that I didn't know what it did, and I received an answer. Oh, I guess, hold on. There's a compost right there. We should definitely grab that. What was... Oh, it's just another chamber. I was like, what's that big purple area? But yeah, that's what other rooms look like. A lot of spinning blades in here, unfortunately. Okay. The refinery proper. Lots and lots and lots of ubarba. Or eubarba, or who knows how these things are intended to be pronounced. So if forward is into the refinery proper, what is over to the left here? Oh, okay. Well, we're certainly not getting a connection through all of this, right? I guess there was like a thing to plant over here. Doesn't seem likely. We're probably supposed to wind it back from this side. Well, I don't know, but that's very curious. It does definitely control a door. All right, a thing to be aware of for the future. A hex droop. When mashed into a paste and applied around the lymph nodes of the head and neck region, the hex droop's arils are said to arouse feelings of attachment. On the 7th night under the waning gibbous, Beria's kin will hearken to carnality. Okay, attachment. I see. Who doesn't enjoy a bit of carnality? Well, actually, you know, some people. Actually, several people, probably. Am I going to be able to... These, like, gratings and stuff, it's always a little hard to tell what's like, actually in the foreground and what's not. Yeah, that's a platform. We can access that. If I fly less clumsily, we can get to that, for sure. Before the Epices announced their arrival, I already knew matters were out of joint. My position calls for me to address the issue most tangibly. When expected to provide answers, my logic has always been solid. Their trust depends on me being the bringer of reason. They came to me. Okay. Matters were out of joint, and that sure looks like a, I don't know, that has a very reactor-y kind of vibe to me. Notice the top of the room remains unexplored, quote-unquote unexplored. That's interesting. Okay, so there are creature spawning places below the ground. But they are not, as far as I can tell, the kinds of creatures that are useful to us. So I'm inclined to just leave them unavailable. Well, I mean, let's do the obvious thing. They keep giving us Ubarbas here, but my instinct is definitely to put a wildling down. Let's see what this does first. Because, like, this is the connection plant, right? Yeah. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Okay. I'm trying to convert my flying state into a wall hanging state as high up as possible, but it seems like I still can't. I still can't get the jump across. Yeah, that doesn't. It feels like it doesn't actually let you climb up it. We might have to come into this space from the other side. Did I kill that creature? Huh. I got a boom gland. My intention was not to interact with that thing much at all. But yeah, it seems like just flying into them is enough. Well, let's see what's down here before we go anywhere else. Huh. It's fresh cycle, right? So I don't have anything loaded on my splicer. Oh no, I still have one of these. Wild. I think it remembers that between loops, maybe? So I could remove one of these, plant something else. Like if we think there's something up there, let me see about... Will a Moomin planted in this soil grow enough? Can I do a reader on the soil patch? I can. 60 of 60. So does that mean that I can plant this here and have it go all the way to the platform stage? No. I'm actually really curious. We have a bunch of compost. Let me throw compost at this while we have the scanner up and see what it does. So it dramatically increases the max and current soil health. And then the plant siphons all that soil health into itself. That's really interesting. Well, see, that's interesting. This is like a vertical space that goes on for a very long way. And that the Shamasal appears to be at the top of. But how would I... let's see here. We know we can take the platforms and graft them onto a Nubarba. We've tried grafting trunk sections, and the trunk sections just don't grow any further, right? I'm gonna leave this like this for the moment. We'll come back. It's interesting, though. I do have a question about something I thought I saw when we were falling past. Yep, there is a little mycelium ledge in here. Can I go up like just beside the thing? No. It's gonna have to be like a wall jump situation, which really sucks because I can't. I swear to you, I'm just holding. Yeah, I'm just holding right at this point, trying to get it to stop. All right, let me switch to a different tool so we're not even gathering the energy. Oh, you have different physics inside the actual waterfall, the liquid fall, I guess. I don't know what the shit is, and that's gonna make it really difficult. This feels like a rain world where it's like there's this hard screen barrier put in a place that it doesn't. I don't know. This feels less like a rain world puzzle, because in a rain world that always feels like an oversight. It feels like they just didn't think. Here it feels like it's part of the difficulty. We're definitely gaining height though. All right, that's like prove to me that you've mastered the rhythm of the wall jump. Turns out to be quite useful in this place. All right. Hard screen barriers really suck though. In the future, developers, smooth scrolling. You know, it was good enough for Mario Brothers in 1985. It's probably good enough for your product. I should just fall down and we should just... Fine. I will go back up. You know what, actually, I think, like, I wasn't really thinking about the all the implications of the thing I was saying there, but I do want it noted that you can see what a version of Super Mario Brothers looks like without smooth scrolling. If you ever have a chance to check out Super Mario Special, which was published for the PC-88, which is a Japanese personal computer. Super Mario Special is a fucking nightmare. And it is 100% because it is, well, it's not 100% because it's broken up into screens. There's other stuff going on there too, but it's really, really worth looking into if you're unfamiliar with it. It's quite a historical curiosity. All right, so we got some more of this. It's just so hard to imagine planting anything in this space that's going to help us cross what appears to be the infinite void of space. There's an awful lot of space in this part of the ship. Yeah, I don't know. We'll leave that there and let it do its thing, and we'll try going up the other side here. Sonja? Who goes there? Oh. Tumyun Sho. He who is determined welcomes you, stranger. I am Brunson, Berthier Narte, higher Sugiyov from Nartia. Tell me, how did you experience traversing through the Gegga? Could you feel its dormant potential? No? The Gegga must be the name of that liquid. Perhaps just a faint pulse of its former vitality. Mark the ripples of my radular membrane. I will dredge up whatever secrets lie within this elusive substance. From the bridge deck I scan its flow, monitor its density, and log every shadow of a pattern. Now you have to excuse me. A task of such Herculean proportions requires a Nartean focus. No, sure, that makes sense. And the Shamasal's just right there, huh? Indeed. Okay, well, let's figure out how to get the network up here. So we've got plenty of places to plant stuff. I think I don't have any Augeas seeds. I know we picked one up in the garden, but then I used it to do something. I used it to open the grate to that room I started the episode in, because it turns out there was a not a grate, like a gear door. So I might have to go get one, but it does feel like planting one of those up here. The question really is, what would happen to the red stuff if it managed to make it to the Gegga? Like if we planted the Augeas seed like right there, right below us. Yeah, I don't know. It does still look like there's a couple of directions to explore. Let's not head all the way back looking for seeds just yet. But I also don't want to break things yet. I don't want to break things so I have the ability to fix them. You know? That feels responsible. Okay, another Ubarba. Lots of this stuff around. And then at the bottom right of the room below us. Yeah, I guess this is actually a pretty fast way back. Let me see if there's maybe a plant growing spot over here. Are you being difficult on purpose right now? Looks like the answer is no. Well, you know what? Since it seems like we do have to destroy the cocoon holding the Shamasal in order to connect them to the network anyway, destroying the cocoon does usually get us an ability for our, it does always give us an ability for our flying buddy here. So maybe we should do that first, because whatever the ability is, it might actually be helpful. Do have the one space left. All right, you know what? Yeah. Let's go do that. Let's see if that is perhaps a helpful way to approach this problem. Because there's some stuff going on here that I do not see obvious solutions for within our existing tool set, and that makes me feel like the tool set's probably supposed to change. Out of the Gegga. There we go. All right, let's do something that's going to seem unreasonably aggressive to our Nartean friend. You know, I don't think I'm damaging the body. It does seem like the body is damaged, but I think that I'm pretty sure we're just hitting the case. All right, what negative feelings can I absorb from you? Okay. Each of these looks more Seussian than the last. The sprayer. A long-forgotten utility program modified to spray nutritionally imbued gas that plants seem to react to. As plant experimentation waned from the public interest, this modification fell into oblivion. Nutritionally imbued gas that plants react to. What on earth? Stems are shivering, leaves are rustling. Yeah. Yeah, sorry about that. I'm gonna fix it. Fenced horns whisper, nay, roar. Yep, I'm gonna deal with that too. Sorry, everybody. The seal is breached, and the last of the Shamisal has fallen. I am the chalice, and I will stop this sojourner if it is the last thing I do. That doesn't feel necessary. Qualia is definitely not the person that furniture was built for, if you just look at the proportions. Kshonja, what is the meaning of this reckless behavior? That artifact was already in the immediate area when the upgrade modules for the refinery got put together. I decided to keep it on the bridge deck for good luck and to compare its energy signature with the Gegga. Not even once did I think about subjecting it to brute force. Was there Gegga inside? No. I would say no. I'd have to say no to that. May I just walk past you, please? Thank you. Uh-oh. Nikte, I must compare their energy signatures to see how it all fits in the Gegga puzzle. Oh, do you want... Okay, here. It's like this. Ooh. Did that count? Was that good? Kreja, what did I expect? That it would actually bring me luck? It did not even quiver enough for a proper analysis. You have distracted me from my work long enough, stranger. Tumikrim, he who is determined, bids you farewell. Yeah, that's a good idea. You should let me leave because of the thing that keeps happening when people don't let me go places. Okay, so let's take this to, like, that room that seems to be unreasonably tall. Which is... Okay, it's down more. We'll do some spraying and see what's up. Maybe get some idea what this thing is for. Alright, check out how nutritional this gas is. Not you. You! Oh! Okay. It does work on the... Wow, even on the, like, the hard wood trunk. That's really interesting. So, okay, I can bend these things. I'm curious. If I give this... That's not what I want. I want this screen. If I give this a compost, will it grow taller? I kind of want to see what happens if I just, like, guide them together. Like, okay, let's say... Well, it makes more of that cool fruit. But it also means that this part has grown essentially straight upward. I see. It doesn't seem like... It looks like we've hit the ceiling of the area, though. Okay. I think what I want is... I want one of these in the sprayer. Because I can't hang on to the Ubarba, right? I can't, like, climb it or anything. We're going to need a means of getting up there, but... is there another place? There are other places around here where we can grow we can grow a moomin. This is kind of inconvenient, though, that every time we want to come back to this room, we have to drop down and go around. So this will let me bend the plants around. But I mean, I think we still have a problem, right? Of like the area down here where we need to feed the Eubarba into that machine. There's no planting stuff that's really close. I suppose, as ever, we can staccati through that problem to some degree. Yeah, maybe that's the thing. All right. Because I am stubborn, let's go ahead and we are going to go around. We're going to use one of the spots. We're going to use one of the growing spots up here to grow another moomin. Are they all the way up at the top? Pretty much, yeah. As you might imagine, it's kind of hard to get control of that thing once it really gets going. And I'm fine spending a compost here because we have plenty, and we have a ship full of stuff. But also, apparently, we won't have to. Alright, I don't really want this splicer. There we go. I kind of may as well get that. I don't know how easy it's going to be to grab that at this point. Wow. Okay. Getting some kind of non-optimal behaviors. There we go. Alright, and then we definitely don't actually want this grown across here. So the Gegga affects how stuff grows as well. But now we have what we need. Let us go and conduct the experiment. No, I do want this. Splice. That. Huh. Well, that appears to be the top of the outer wall. Oh, okay. I actually wasn't expecting to be able to just leap out into a different room. Okay, so this is where we could grow the Eubarba that we then wrap around to turn these off. All right, I see it. Sprayer and Eubarba seed. This game is so cool. Except I can't use the gas while I'm okay, so we need to like graft a ledge onto this before I can actually use it this way. And unfortunately we haven't got one anymore. Well, I'll be able to get back up here. We don't need to stress about this because there is Gegga to use. So I suppose let's just get back into thruster mode. This area is really built with flight in mind. I guess I'm just going to hurl myself off this as well. Oh, no, that's... Okay, that's... This is a place where you're not supposed to try to fly off the world. How are you... How is one to know the difference, I ask you? Okay, yeah. So we can make it back up here pretty easily. Oh, there's a platform here. Okay, so this should let me do the first part of this without having to necessarily... yeah, without necessarily having to graft anything onto it. And then we're going to have to graft more. I guess the idea is you would aim it like this, right? And then you would graft another Ubarba piece onto there. But we'd have to find a place to grow that. Or actually, never mind. What am I talking about? Let me... We'll just play with this a little bit. So like if I snatch this, then we dig this out, then we replant. Is that going to be good enough? Yes. Use the thruster to get above it. Use the sprayer to bend it down this way. Get its attention all the way over here. And now... will that actually grow? Seems like the answer to that is absolutely not. Well, that's inconvenient. I guess we can give this more compost. What's the... That's not really what I want. The soil health is 10 of 150. So if we throw a compost at it... Okay, wow, it gets really long. All right, how do I fix the angles here? Wow, yeah, it gets really long. What on earth? All right, I'm gonna try to coax some of this stuff back up. Problem is it bent wrong while it was growing. Hold on, I need to clear that info bubble. Okay. Yeah, the problem is it bent wrong while it was growing, and I don't really know how to fix that. We could grab the splicer and like pull out one of the important bits here. But I don't know, like, is that gonna... Shoot. No. Okay. I'm kind of turning it. It's sort of working. Okay, it has become too weighty now. We'll use the splicer. We'll, I guess, put that on here. And then I'm going to pull this out. And we're going to use the gas to tilt this thing this way as best we can. Grow like up. Yeah, this way. There we go. There we go. We're close. It sucks that it's across the screen barrier. Have y'all heard the good word of smooth scrolling? I don't know if this is the technology that's... I'm clicking off the screen now. Technology that's like getting out into the world yet, but let me tell you, it's really something. Well, it looped back around into itself and it made like a weird triangle. Here's the thing. What I would really like is like this bit. And then we gas you over to here. It's really hard to direct it across the screen barrier is the problem. Which might suggest to some people that this is simply not the way you're intended to do it. But I don't get that lesson at all. Almost in a way that suggests that I am refusing to receive the lesson. We're very close. We're out here doing plant math. Come on. This is going to get there even without growing any further. This is going to get there soon. I'm going to force it as best I can. Okay, good enough. Neat. Did that affect the ones below us as well? No, those are connected to something else. But, you know, it's good to know that you can do a thing like this. What a weird setup. So I'm kind of curious about something. So soil health is 5 of 250. It does seem like at some point compost stops growing plants. I think we've hit that point with plants before. I'm curious if this one is willing to still grow potentially. There is soil health left. Let's grab this out of this node, put it over here. Will it extend? It will not extend. Even though it has... Maybe there's just a maximum size that some plants will grow to. Yeah, maybe the plant weight has a maximum size. All right, here's a question. Now that I've jammed this in here, if we remove the bit of plant that's making that possible, will it stay jammed? Like, does the plant need to be in there actively breaking things, or is it just once you do it, it destroys the pieces? Let's go find out. Okay, it seems like it stays destroyed even if you undo it. Huh. Weird. Alright, I think what I'm going to do with this is just pull it out of the soil. Because it seemed like when we let it grow naturally, it did the thing that that would allow it to pass by these fan blades down here. It just took that shape on its own. So we'll just let it grow. Actually, you know what I should have done before doing that? Okay, so it remembers the maximum soil health. It does seem like once you've scanned a thing, it's quite difficult to get the scan to go away. Yeah, sometimes it grows a bunch more, and sometimes it doesn't. I guess really this is now we want this to go. We want, like, I want to take this and graft it to here. We want it to, yeah, to do that. So it is getting trimmed by this. I guess I need to grow it, like, I need to try to grow it through the space, maybe? Let's grab that, craft it onto here, see what it does, see if we can affect its growth pattern in a useful direction. Because we're going to want to aim it more like this, right? So it's showing me where all the joints are. Why is it showing me where all the joints are? I don't know. I wonder if I wonder how much I could straighten this out. Right, like what if we use the sprayer here. The answer is it won't really go as long as this is. Okay, it's trying to grow more leg here. Can I remove this and attach it there? Sometimes that results in more growth and sometimes it doesn't. It's not really clear to me when it's going to do which one. Okay, so now that that's up there, we can pull this whole thing more downward. There we go. Yeah, and see, when it comes in contact with the Gegga, it's growing more. So it really wants to follow the path of the Gegga, but this thing is a problem. Maybe an intractable problem, maybe a problem that must be solved from the other side. Maybe you can never really get through blades. Because, like, if it always wants to follow the path of the Gegga, putting it, like, trying to feed it through here, when it gets to here, it's just going to get pulled down into the blades anyway, right? Yeah, alright, I'm going to leave that plant there. I feel like we learned some things through experimentation. Ow. Oop, right? F makes you go backwards in the air. Well, this is no good. No, not that. Sorry. It's the wrong button. What I meant was this. Is there anywhere over here where we can plant? Not really. I wouldn't be able to affect it very much if there was. How do I reckon I would get over there? Well, I wonder if maybe now that we know some things, now that we know some things about controlling the gears and whatnot, maybe it would be worth it to come back over here. It's worth a try at least. We seem to have hit a very spinny blade full dead end here. It's hard to imagine getting out of this in any other way. Shoot. It's going very smoothly. But this remains broken, and that's important. We did some meaningful work here. So we have a bunch of plants that we can bend around here. Oh. No, okay, we're still higher up than I thought. I was like, this will just be the other side of that thing, won't it? But no, not exactly. Okay, so let me use the sprayer. We don't even have to do anything fancy with this one. Yeah, okay. So once this is bent down enough to get into once the tip is in the Gegga, it's gonna be encouraged to grow. Oh, don't do that. Just come down. There we go. There we go. Okay, we're getting close to the other side of that. Let's just take the thruster jump across. Yeah, this does have some interesting implications, I suppose, for planting in other places. But to be perfectly honest with you, for the most part, you can control what direction your plants are growing in just by where you put the staccati bulbs, so... there we go. Okay. I was right. I wasn't quite going to be able to grow it into the stuff. Darn it. I want to try to... I'm trying to get it so this part ends up in this flow, but it's not going. Wow, yeah. This... It really gets a move on. If I can bend it upward a little bit here, I can't. Okay, so like, let me just do a little bit of splicing. There we go. That's what we needed. We're kind of out of time, and I do need to end the episode, but like also, we haven't seen a stasis pod in quite some time. Just get you to realize there's Gegga here. I feel like I can promote some more growth. But I don't want to break this whole structure. Let me like snatch that. There it is. Nope, never mind. This plant might be too large for the thing I want. Which is to say, I guess, let's go ahead and abbreviate it. Once it's grown out some, it seems like it's a lot harder to prompt that kind of like crazy growth. But unfortunately, I think we need to in order for it to get this. What if I pull it up enough? Okay, it just needs like a little bit of room to do its thing. You have to find like the right. It has to have access to the nutrients, but also to the space. There we go. That's working. Damn it. Clicking outside the screen again. It's very easy to do when you're right at these edges. Okay, there we go. There we go. This feels like tending in a way that's really interesting. Come on, you. Just keep growing along this way. Because it does feel like the plant is complex enough, its behavior is complex enough to feel like it's kind of got a mind of its own. I'm going to try to turn this one this way so that we can get this arm growing upward a little bit. What we need more than anything is just distance. And then once we have the distance, we'll, cool. Actually, you know what? Right here, I might be able to just do a couple of splice and grafts to make contact. Or that might even do it if I just tilt it enough. I think it's just short. No, sorry, I need to actually reattach that. There we go. Oh, all right. Well, that was a pain in the ass, but it's done. This has come back on, though. That's interesting. Generally, they don't, has been our experience so far. Okay, well, there's lots of places to plant. I could plant a thing here that would extend into the one in the other room very easily. For right now, though, now that we've found a place to rest, I think we've earned a rest. A lot of good work and a lot of important learning occurred there. So that's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time, we have an awful lot of plant life. It's actually really, I think, really cool how this game has slowly progressed more and more away from like the classic Metroidvania combat stuff and more into plant tending, and how that's like sort of the way they mask that in the mechanics by making the skill tree, which you can see from the early parts of the game, look like it's all about combat and having all the plant life stuff on the extractor. And then on top of that, you have the fact that like eventually it turns out there's all these little tiny bits of additional traversal built into the skill tree, and that's the cortex tree rather, and that's the stuff that actually matters. And yeah, it's really cool. When you come back next time, like I said, an awful lot of plant tending, and we'll see you then.